As shown by the Rwanda Development Board, RDB overall investment was badly affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Last year, in 2020, investment was valued at $1.3 billion, while in 2019 its value was $2.4 billion, which shows a decrease of about 50%. The cement industry is one of those that filled the gaps of imported cement, making various projects including school construction last year possible. Our sales keep rising as times go by. For example, in January, we sold 11,000 tons, 13,000 tons in February, and 16,000 tons in March. In 2020, public investment accounted for 9.5% of the country's GDP and 16.4% of its private sector. Comparing GDP levels in the three key sectors, agriculture was at an average rate of 1% in 2020 from 5% in 2019. Services reached 6% below zero from the rate of 8.2% in 2019, while the industrial sector has grown from 9.4% in 2019 to 3.4% below zero in 2020. Investment in 2020 amounted to $1.3 billion, with the construction and related industries accounting for 68% of the total investment. Owners of various industries that deal in construction materials, paints among others, explain that although they have been plagued by the cost of basic transportation in the industrial sector, they have generally not suffered as much loss compared to other sectors. What helped us is the nationwide government's program of constructing classrooms. Otherwise, things would be worse because business wasn't running as usual with other construction activities. For us, we resumed work, though it was through challenging conditions. But at least we can't be compared to other sectors. The fact that the government has exempted tax by 25% on imported construction materials is one of the reasons why workers in the sector are working harder to achieve the country's goals, as hotels have continued to renovate their buildings to improve their workplaces. Following the country's vision of 2050, where we plan to house around 22 million people. So for that to be achieved, at least 5 million people should be housed every year through different government programs. So exempting VAT for us ease up things for us. COVID-19 affected us, but we did not lose hope. Out of the small capacity, we are trying to make different renovations, and I'm sure customers will come to find everything set. Irambona Robert, a construction consultant, emphasizes that the growth of the construction industry will increase employment in the country and reduce the amount of money spent on exports. This will save a lot of money to the country. If we are to use made in Rwanda materials, then also those that manufacture them should be encouraged to manufacture good quality materials. So if we could increase the number of those that invest in the manufacturing sector in the country, this would bring in a lot of productivity. Last year, the government set up the Economic Recovery Fund to help sectors affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, where 50% of the money invested was given to tourism activities, including hotels, reflecting the country's willingness to help different sectors in the country affected by the pandemic. Innocent MUGABO, RTV News.